My breath came in bursts, heart pounding, as Patrick's long body pressed me into the bed. There wasn't an inch between us. We were a tangle of arms and legs, lips and hands, and any will I had to stop him was long gone. I didn't care that I should. I didn't care about anything. Not with his fingers stroking my skin like a match, trailing heat in their wake. He was even better than I remembered. I opened my heavy lids when he backed away to pull off his shirt, taking a quick second to catch my breath, as I skimmed my fingers down his tattooed chest, my eyes roaming over the art that covered every inch of his skin as he watched. It was his soul laid bare, the good and the bad, the happy and sad, all chronicled in black ink, so he could remember, as if he could ever forget. It was a sight I'd missed more than I'd ever confess. He bent to kiss me, breathing until his breath was mine and mine was his. It was fevered, frantic, my hand against the sharp angle of his jaw, his lips hard, my eyes pinned shut, erasing everything that had happened between us, as if it had never happened. Patrick broke away to kiss my neck just as a black cat jumped on the bed, and I glanced over with bleary eyes to meet the cat's. He meowed, teeth like tiny white needles against the jet black of his fur. Patrick didn't seem to notice. His hands slipped up my thighs, tongue brushing my skin, wet lips closing and my lids fluttered, a sigh slipping out of me as I twisted my fingers in his black hair. An orange tabby hopped onto the bed and strutted across to sit next to the black one, tail twitching. He blinked at me and meowed. "What the hell?" I muttered, confusion on my face as another one, this time smoke gray, found its way onto my bed, sat next to the others, looked right at me, and meowed like an absolute bastard. My face fell as flat as my hope. I'm fucking dreaming. This was the moment when my eyes flew open and I gasped as I woke unwillingly. Patrick was gone, and so were the cats. My clothes were sadly in place, the room chilly and dark, and my phone alarm meowed at me from my nightstand. Son of a bitch, I huffed, heart still chugging as I rolled over to swipe blindly at the screen to stop the noise. The phone was still in my hand as I flopped back in bed, reminding myself again to change the ringer when I could open my eyes. My roommate Lily had said it as a joke weeks ago, and I could never remember to change it back. Instead, I considered options for a payback ringer, top of the list being broken glass, crying baby, and angry hen. I cracked one eye to glance at my screen. It was 8 in the morning, an hour that normally didn't exist in my universe. I'd never been a morning person, which was part of the draw in bartending. Of course, it made adulting kind of hard when you didn't get up until 2, but luckily, I didn't have to adult very often. Jury duty being an unavoidable, annoying, and despicable exception. I thought real hard about the $250 fine I'd get nailed with if I didn't show up. Real hard. But it wasn't worth it. I'd get out of bed for 250 bones. Hell, if you fed me enough tequila and I had a pretty bra on, I'd probably take my shirt off for that kind of money. I sighed and flipped off my comforter before reaching over to turn on my lamp. My room was always dark, thanks to blackout curtains that aided and abetted my reverse sleep habits. The only time they were open was when Lily wanted to torture me out of bed before lunch. She was spared a sudden, gruesome death only because she's my best friend. I peeled myself out of bed and shuffled into the bathroom in nothing but a Cub Scout t-shirt and panties, rubbing my face as I yawned, trying not to think about how warm my bed had been. Definitely trying not to think about Patrick's lips, or his hands, or jaw, or tattoos, or his... He dumped you more than 7 months ago, Rose. Get over it. Stupid asshole dreams.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.